Okay, so let's have lesson 4 on advanced calculus, theorems on limit. So, kung naalala nyo, ulit yun sa limit. So, yung epsilon delta. So, for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta greater than 0 such that f of x minus L is less than epsilon whenever 0 is less than absolute distance ng x minus alpha less than delta. Okay, so let's have theorem 1. Theorem 1 is all about constant function. So, ano ba yung constant function? Suppose f of x is equal to c on R. Then, for all a element of R, the limit of f of x as x approaches a is equal to c. So, for example, limit ng 3. Ang limit ng 3 is c. Okay, so ganun kasimple. So, ang limit ng 3 is 3. Ang limit ng 4 is 4. So, baka isipin yung derivative ba? Limit ng 4 0. No, this is limit. So, for example, limit of 5 is 5. Limit of 6 is 6. Ano kasimple yan? So, ito yung proof niyan. So, again, let epsilon greater than 0. We need to find delta greater than 0 such that yung f of x, ano yung f of x? That is c minus ano yung kanyang limit? Ang limit niya is c minus c is less than epsilon whenever 0 is less than x minus a less than delta. Okay, so i-consider natin ulit c. Consider c minus c less than epsilon. So this is equal sa c minus c which is equal sa 0. So ano nangyari? Sir, wala po tayong nahanap na delta. So ang ibig sabihin lang nito, ito kasi is less than epsilon. So parang bumalik lang tayo sa assumption. Okay, so in this case, so we will force that delta be equal to epsilon, and that is done. So no need to check kasi po din substitute ko tapos na. Actually wala tayong pag-substitute dyan. Okay, so pag ganyan yung nangyari na wala, so 0, so force na lang natin yung epsilon na yung delta is equal to epsilon. So again, proving na naman siya na constant function, so hindi naman siya lalabas talaga sa exam. So wala naman talagang ganyan na lalabas sa mga activity nyo or sa mga quizzes nyo. Okay, so yan lang naman yung proof niya. So next is the identity function. Okay, so by the way, ano pala graph ng constant function? So ang graph ng constant function is graph niya is vertical, horizontal, sorry. So for example, f of x equals 3. Okay, so f of x equals 3. So, ayun yung graph niya. So, dito sa baba, f of x equals negative 2. Assuming negative 2 yan, ito 3. So, yung graph niya horizontal. Okay, so, function siya. Kasi nga, sinasatisfy niya yung vertical line test na isang beses lang siya magpapass by dun sa kanya. Okay, so next is the identity function. Let f of x equal to x on R. Then for all a element ng real number, the limit of f of x is equal to a as x approaches a. So ano naman tong identity function? Ang graph naman ng identity function is ito. So for example, so ito fix na ito lang siya. So ano ibig sabihin ng identity? For example, f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 2, f of 3 is 3. F of 4 is 4. So, yun ay pagiging identity. Kung ano ipalit kong value galing sa domain, yung sagot is siya mismo. Okay, yun yung pagiging identity function. So, i-prove natin ulit na yung identity function, ngayon yung kanyang limit. So, proof. So, similar, let epsilon greater than 0, find delta greater than 0 such that this is x minus a less than epsilon whenever 0 is less than x minus a less than delta. Okay, so consider natin. So consider ulit natin si x minus a less than epsilon. Note that this is x minus a. Okay, so x minus a based sa definition that is only delta. Okay, so therefore, force lang natin. So, force that delta is less than epsilon. And that is done. Ganun kasimple. So, kanina nag-0 and pinorse ko na equal. Ngayon, nakalabas na delta is less than epsilon, which is good. Nakahanap kasi tayo Okay, so therefore, this is done. So, no need to check ulit kasi ganun lang mangyayari. Okay, so proceed tayo sa next natin na theorem. Okay, so let's have theorem 3. So if limit of f of x as x approaches a is L sub 1 and limit of g of x as x approaches a is L sub 2, then the limit of their sum as x approaches a is equal to L sub 1 plus L sub 2. So tama naman. No, dati kung meron limit yung isa, may limit yung isa, pag i-add mo na lang, same lang din naman yun. Okay, so pag pinaghiwalay. Okay, so ipoprove natin na tama yan. So ito yung kanyang proof. So dito, dalawa yung assumption. Una, yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a is equal to L sub 1. So una, yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a is equal to L sub 1. L sub 1. Then that is if and only if, okay, for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta sub 1 greater than 0. Sir, bakit delta sub 1? Kasi magkaiba na yan eh. Okay, magkaibang function pero similar ng epsilon. So, sir, ba't parehas ng epsilon? Ba't epsilon pa rin? Epsilon pa rin kasi epsilon para sa f of x, epsilon para sa g of x, distance lang yun. So, ang mangyari lang, magkaibang delta yung lalabas. So, that's delta such that yung f of x minus L sub 1 is less than epsilon. Whenever 0 is less than x minus a less than delta sub 1. Okay, yan yung para sa unang assumption. Pangalawang assumption, limit of g of x as x approaches a is equal to L sub 2. That is if and only if. Okay, so for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta sub 2 greater than 0. So, iba naman to. So, dito sa function na to, similar tayo ng epsilon distance, pero ibang delta yung lalabas dyan. So, possible kasi nasa ibang position ng graph yan eh. Okay, kasi ibang function yung g. So, such that yung g of x minus L sub 2 is less than epsilon whenever 0 is less than x minus a less than delta sub 2. Okay, that is sub 2. Okay, so ang goal natin, kailangan natin i-verify kung tama to kasi ito naman talaga ipoprove natin na yung f of x plus g of x minus L sub 1 plus L sub 2 dapat less than epsilon. Okay, yun yung goal natin. So kailangan maging less than epsilon siya at the end ng proof natin. So take natin, since dalawa yung delta, okay, tandaan mo, dalawa yung delta. So meaning, kailangan natin isang delta para dito. Kailangan kasi, nung magkahiwalay sila magkaibang delta. Ngayon, dahil pinag-add ko sila, dapat iisa lang yung delta. So ito take natin. Okay, so take delta to be the minimum between delta sub 1 and delta sub 2. Okay, so yun yung kukunin ko. Or, so next, i-consider na natin, or consider si f of x plus g of x minus L sub 1 plus L sub 2. So, ang goal natin dapat at the end siya ay less than epsilon. Okay, so kasi ito yung pinuprove eh. Okay, so by arrangement lang. So, i-arrange natin that is f of x plus g of x minus L sub 1 minus L sub 2. Okay, so arrange natin konti. Pagsamahin natin f of x saka L sub 1. That is equal sa f of x minus L sub 1. I-group ko lang to. Ito yung option plus g of x minus L sub 2. Okay, then nakagroup. Okay, next by triangle inequality that is less than or equal sa f of x minus L sub 1 plus g of x minus L sub 2. Okay, so by assumption, ano sabi? Yung f of x minus L sub 1 is epsilon. Yung g of x minus L sub 2 is epsilon. So therefore, by assumption, this is less than epsilon plus epsilon, which is equal sa 2 epsilon. So, si f of x plus g of x minus L sub 1 minus L sub 2 is less than 2 epsilon. So, yung epsilon kasi alam natin, maliit yan eh. So, i-multiply mo sa 2, maliit pa rin yun. Okay, so, anong nangyari lang, parang dumoble lang siya, pero in any case, napakaliit pa rin yung epsilon na yan. Okay, so meaning, so approach yun na lang, as epsilon approaches 0, 0 yan. So, yung limit as x approaches a nung f of x plus g of x is equal to L sub 1 plus L sub 2. And this is done. Okay, so nangyari dito, dumiskarte tayo. So, pinrove natin na yung limit nun is L sub 1 plus L sub 2. Okay, so proceed tayo dito sa theorem 4. So, medyo kakaiba. Tapos magugot ka, sir, ang laki ng space Okay, so ipoprove kasi natin yan. So, the limit of f of x is unique. So, kung magtataka ka, sir, unique? Yes, unique yun. So, anong gagawin natin? So, paano ba tayo magpo-prove ng unique? So, to show uniqueness, we need to show two things. So, for example, yung limit ng f of x equal sa ganito, equal din sa ganito, then at the end of the proof, dapat equal yun. So, for example, yung limit of f of x is equal to a, yung limit ulit ng f of x is equal to b. So, magkaibang limit, pero at the end, dapat a is equal to b. So, ganun yung atakin gagawin natin dito. So, here's the proof. Itong uniqueness. So, let natin na yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a is equal to L sub 1. Also, yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a is equal sa L sub 2. So, naglet lang ako. So, parehas na function, magkaibang limit. Dalawang limit, I mean. Okay, so, sunod natin na gagawin dyan is yung assumption ulit. So, yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a is equal to L sub 1. That is if and only if. Okay, if and only if for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta sub 1 ulit greater than 0. So, assuming na magkaiba yan, greater than 0, such that yung f of x minus L sub 1 is less than epsilon over 2. Okay, so, sir, bakit epsilon over 2? Kanina epsilon lang. So, may magic kasi akong gagawin dyan. So, maniwala ka na lang muna for the meantime sa gagawin ni sir, ha? Okay, so that is epsilon over 2. Then, whenever 0 is less than x minus a less than delta. Okay, next. Yung limit ulit ng f of x as x approaches a is equal to L sub 2. That is if and only for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta sub 2 greater than 0, such that yung f of x minus L sub 2 is less than epsilon over 2 rin. Whenever 0 is less than x minus a less than delta. Delta sub 1 to, delta sub 2 to. Okay, so yan ay nangyayari natin. So ngayon, ano ba ang goal natin dito? So at the end of the proof, kailangan yung dalawang limit equal. So yun lang naman yung nahabol na sir dito. At the end of the proof, dapat yung dalawang limit equal. So ano ba kino-consider natin dito? So ito drawing ko lang So ang nangyari kasi, ito yung L sub 1, ito yung L sub 2, ito yung function ng f of x. Tapos ito yung point A. Okay, so ang gusto natin mangyari, gusto natin kunin yung distance na itong dalawang to. Yan yung kukunin natin. So meaning, paano natin kukunin yung distance yan? Kukunin natin yung absolute distance ng dalawa. So bago natin gawin yun, take lang muna natin. Take delta to be the minimum between delta sub 1 and delta sub 2. Okay? So, by the way, sorry. It should be max. It should be maximum. Okay, so it should be maximum. So, yung kanina sa taas, it should be maximum then. Sorry, paki-arrange na lang. Sir, bakit po maximum? Kasi kumuha tayo dalawang deltang maliit. Okay, so kunin natin dun yung mas malaki konti, yung mas makikita natin yung interval. Okay, so iba siya dun sa proving ng epsilon delta kasi dun kinukuha natin yung minimum between Dito naman, take lang natin yung maximum. Kasi dalawang maliit na yan Sa nakaraan, 1 tapos epsilon over 7. Obvious na malaki yung 1 So kunin natin mas maliit. Dito naman, di natin alam kung sino yung mas malaki. Okay, so kunin natin yung maximum between sa kanilang dalawa. Okay? Okay, so proceed tayo dito. So sabi ko nga, consider natin i-consider ni sir si absolute distance na L sub 1 minus L sub 2. Okay, so ayan yung goal natin. Kailangan natin kunin yung absolute distance yan. So ang gagawin ni sir, so check nyo, this is absolute of L sub 1, this is plus 0 minus L sub 2. So, nagad ako ng 0 sa gitna. Next is, yung 0 na yan, that is f of x minus f of x. Gusto ko lang mapasok yung conclusion o yung assumption, that is L sub 1 plus f of x minus f of x minus L sub 2. Okay, so arrange natin konti. Kunin natin f of x minus L sub 2. Tapos yung L sub 1 minus f of x. So, this is equal sa L sub 1 minus f of x. Okay, then sa kabila, i-group ko to. Then, plus f of x minus L sub 2. Okay, so ginroup ko lang siya. Next is, by triangle inequality, that is less than or equal sa absolute value ng L sub 1 minus f of x. Okay, plus absolute value ng f of x minus L sub 2. Okay, note. Ito may factor na negative 1. So, pwede kong i-factor out yung negative 1 dyan. That is negative 1 times f of x magiging positive minus L sub 1. Okay, so pinactor out ko yung negative 1 na yan. So, that is plus f of x minus L sub 2. Obviously, negative 1 na yan magiging positive 1 lang paglabas. So, therefore, this is equal sa f of x minus L sub 1 plus f of x minus L sub 2. So, dito ko na ipapasok yung ating assumption. Assumption, f of x minus L sub 1 is epsilon over 2. And this is epsilon over 2 also. So, this is less than epsilon over 2 plus epsilon over 2, which is equal sa epsilon. Okay, so ano nangyari? So the absolute distance ng L sub 1 minus L sub 2 is less than epsilon. Okay, so ngayon ang gagawin ko, as epsilon approaches 0, so this implies that absolute distance ng L sub 1 minus L sub 2 is less than 0. Then by definition of absolute value, that is implies negative of that number 0 less than L sub 1 minus L sub 2, then positive of that number which is 0, which implies na ito ay 0 less than L sub 1 minus L sub 2 less than 0. Yan ang tanong, kailan ba mangyayari yan? Greater than 0 ka, tas less than 0 ka. Mangyayari lang yan pag si L sub 1 minus L sub 2 is equal kay 0. Which implies that L sub 1 is equal to L sub 2. Paano nangyari? Transpose ko yung L sub 2. So therefore, this is done. So therefore, the limit of f of x is unique. So, ayan yung naging process. So, tandaan nyo, malay nyo, no? Basta exam yan. Okay? Okay, so let's have theorem 5. So, if the limit of f sub 1 of x is L sub 1, limit ng f sub 2x, L sub 2, then that up to limit ng f sub n is equal to L sub n. So, meaning maraming f, tapos magkakaiba silang limit. So, therefore, the limit ng sum ng lahat na yun is equal to L sub 1 plus L sub 2 plus plus L sub n. So, kanina, kung nakakapag-add ka ng dalawang limit, kunyari, limit of f of x plus limit of g of x equal lang sa L sub 1 plus L sub 2, ngayon, consider madami silang function. So, pwede mo rin gawin. Kunyari, 10 function, add mo lang yung limit ng lahat na yun. Ayun lang din yung limit ng sum nila. Okay, yan lang yung theorem 5. So, parang corollary lang talaga siya dun sa mesa or upgraded theorem din siya dun sa theorem number 3, I guess. Okay, so let's have theorem 6. So, nag-decide si sir, naka-blanco yan eh. Pero nag-decide si sir na isama ko na lang siya sa quiz. So, manap ka ng way para ma-prove mo siya. So, ito naman yung product. So, for example, yung limit ng f of x equal to L sub 1, yung limit ng g of x equal to L sub 2, yung product ng limit nila, so yung product ng function, yung limit ng product ng function is equal to sa product ng limit nila. Okay, so, meron siyang tatlong cases, case 1, case 2, case 3. So, discarte mo para mahanap yun. Okay, so, sasama ko siya sa quiz, I guess. Then lastly, theorem number 7. So, kung nag-a-add tayo, nag-multiply tayo, tapos nag-i-exist yung unique yung limit ng function natin, kaya din natin siya divide. So, meron kang limit of f of x, limit ng g of x, na L sub 1 sa L sub 2, provided na yung limit ng g of x, L sub 2 is non-zero. Therefore, yung limit ng f of x over g of x equal to L sub 1 over L sub 2. Again, dapat yung limit ng g of x is non-zero. Okay, so pwede ka mag-divide. Okay, so that's all for today. So, make sure na nakuha mo yung unang video, lesson 3, tapos yung lesson 4. Kasi nga, from lesson 1 to lesson 4, Yun yung activity na ibibigay ko. At the same time, by next week, baka ibigay ko yung quiz. Okay, so hoping na nakakasunod ka pa rin.